Welcome to WFPC Podcasting, your local source for the heart and history of Pike County, Indiana. And now, here's your host, Randy Harris.
Mr. David Couchenour is entering his sophomore year at Pike Central. When he was still green as far as Pike Central, we spoke with him a year ago, and this year it's a new season. We'll be back with the Pike School Middle School and High School principal, Mr. Koch, right after this.
This is Kyle Hathaway with Hathaway Excavating and Rock Yard. We have the equipment and crew to take care of your earth moving needs, septic installs, and digging out what you need dug out. We also deliver rock, and we maintain and pump septics. We're just a couple miles away. Call Hathaway Excavating at 812-582-2646.
WFPC is sponsored by the Dustin Schnare Agency for Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Dustin and his staff, including Tyler Dillon, are right here in Pike County. It's face-to-face, and they guide you through the process of insurance. Whether it's home, auto, farm, commercial, or life, the Dustin Schnare Agency is here to help. Call the Dustin Schnare Agency at 812-766-1117 or stop in at the new office on State Road 61 at Petersburg. This program is sponsored in part by Dr. Clint Schultz with Schultz Eye Care in Petersburg. Schultz Eye Care offers comprehensive dilated eye exams, contact exams, a huge selection of name brand frames for glasses and sunglasses, and if you buy a pair, get a second pair at 50% off and a year's supply of contacts at 25% off. Schultz Eye Care is an independent office and are open through the week except Tuesday afternoon. The phone number is 812-354-9400. So last year, you were, I say this, you were a freshman at Pike Central.
Sure, yeah.
And you took over the high school as principal. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to pull up my notes.
Yeah.
But when I think the first day of school, I said, "How was your new principal?" And Jenna said, "Oh, he's jolly."
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. I was actually thinking about that earlier today. Yeah.
This year, you know, Jen, you're Gen X. I'm kind of pre-Gen X, but you've got Gen X, and then you go into Gen Z, and then you go into what is
whatever's
it now?
next.
Yeah, and alpha, yeah, something.
Not really sure.
They all have their own speak.
Sure.
And now you're a diva. You're tough. What else does she say?
Those? Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, and I always say, a diva is a female opera singer.
Right.
And here's my 1987 dictionary to prove it.
Right.
She said, no, that's out.
Okay.
That's out. So
I'll need to remember that with her.
You're a diva.
Diva. I don't know if that's a compliment or is that flattery?
It's supposed to be.
Right. What was the other one, though? Tough?
Tough. T-U-F-F.
T-U-F. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And I think, I don't know if that's but anyway.
We'll go with a good thing on that. They
come up with their own language.
Sure. They speak their own language.
So how was your freshman year at Pike Central?
Well, it was fantastic. I mean, it was great. It was good for me. I feel like it was good for the Pike Central High School young men and women, Pike County as a whole. But in terms of me, everybody just embraced me. I was very thankful for how the community and, obviously Dr. Blake originally answering an email for me. I think I probably touched on that last year. Answering an email and then coming out and sitting down with her and Hunter, obviously, is how this whole thing started. But yeah, it was fantastic. Just a welcoming from the community and faculty, staff, students, parents, everybody.
Well, it was mutual because you welcomed the kids. You walk around at their lunch tables. You sit and talk to them. You make it your effort to know every kid in that school. That's impressive.
Well,
You care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what we should be doing, and that's not just as an administrator or as an educator. That's human being, right?
I would see you at middle school tennis matches.
Yeah.
You're everywhere.
Well, again, it's I do that. I mean, I'm not shaking hands and kissing babies. I'm doing it because it's what we should be doing as administrators, and I enjoy it. I love my kids. I love the Pike Central and the community and being a part of it. And so, yeah, getting out and about and meeting people and if kids like, they notice when you're there, they notice walking the hall of JC's, if I'm walking an aisle there, they'll see and can't believe it, that you're actually out and about.
You're a real person.
Petersburg Hardware, right? They can't believe you're walking around shopping like everybody else, but
like a normal person.
Yeah. But no, I enjoy it. I've enjoyed getting to know my kids. Had my first graduation this year.
I think
that was great.
You kind of teared up a little bit at graduation, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, it gets emotional. I mean, if you're in this for the reasons that we should be in this, then you create relationships and you create some ties to these kids, and you see celebrations and you see triumphs, but you also see some of the sad times that they go through. So yeah, I mean, it gets a little bit emotional, positively and negatively, right? I mean, you get excited, or you can cry with joy as much as you can, tears of sadness. But no, it was good to see those kids be successful. We really had I felt like I had a really good relationship with all my kids, but my seniors this year was kind of their first experience with me and my first experience with Pike Central. And so it was kind of fun getting to know them and seeing them off.
I'm guessing I'm about 5 years ahead of you.
Well, I'm 90, class of 90.
Oh,
so
I'm 7 years ahead of you.
Right.
I'm 83.
Okay.
So, I grew up 70s, 80s. You were 80s into the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a different world, and there are so many different, you and I had paper, we had pencil, we had a kitchen phone that stretched to 3 different rooms so you could get your privacy. We had dictionaries, we had Polaroids, we had baseball cards and comic books. It's a different world today.
Yeah, a research paper was like going to the library, getting
you went to
encyclopedias or
that's right,
checking out stuff like that, right? Not everything was at your fingertips.
And you're quoting your sources, and it's different. It's a different game.
Yeah, and I mean, but we've all grown, and we're learning a little bit as we move through. But you just change with the times. I mean, we did it in the 70s and 80s. I mean, we're doing it now, but yeah, the world's different, but kids are basically the same, right? I mean, everybody needs somebody that they can trust and cares about them. And, we like to just be that person for those kids. And, and that's no different from the kids growing up in the 60s as to the kids growing up in 2026. But, a lot of things have changed. I mean, school-wise, computers, technology is significantly different than it was when we were growing up. But again, when it all boils down to it, is that kids are kids, and it's important just to give them what it is that they need. And I mean, relationships is probably the most important thing for all of them, and then we can adjust accordingly to everything else that is happening.
And what their needs are.
Yeah, right. I mean, cell phones, for example. Even just 10 or 15 years ago, you didn't really see them that much, or if you did, they were flip phones, and there wasn't a whole lot of taking pictures or texting or anything like that. It was literally for calling people. Nowadays, videos and things like that, and pictures, and it's probably more a camera and a video than it is communication, to be honest with you. I mean, I know they do social media and stuff like that, but yeah, so I mean, a lot of things have changed. It's just necessary to adapt with the times.
Yeah, and that social media opens them up to things we don't know a whole lot about yet.
Yeah, it's a little troublesome.
Dicey.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a whole separate podcast, to be honest with you, get into stuff like that. But if it's used appropriately and the way it's supposed to be used for celebration and well wishes and things like that, then it's great, right? Hopefully we can train our kids and teach our kids and adults, for that matter, to use it appropriately. And if we do that, then it's a good tool.
It's always better to have this discussion face to face than some smart aleck
100%.
remark.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's keyboard courage, and then there's conversations, and it's not good to have the prior. It's better to have the latter, right? Just a face-to-face conversation. But again, I'm not here to bang on social media. Right, I mean, if it's appropriately used, and which I will say that one of your associates has done a fantastic job in selling Pike Central, and we're so grateful for those things that Dylan has done for us to kind of push out the positive things that we're doing, and those aren't done without social media. That type of information,
advertising,
yeah, isn't done without that. So we do appreciate that. I'm talking about the other things that you can get into, right? Yeah. So. But I mean, when appropriate, it's appropriate, and when not, it's not. And it's up to everyone to kind of make sure that we're guiding our kids and everyone, even adults, human beings, in the right direction there. Yeah.
So I think this program, we're recording it a couple days early, but it's actually going to air on the 14th. You will have been in school 2 days at that point.
Couple days, yep.
Your role has changed.
Yeah.
You're taking on more.
Yeah, well, we all are. We're embracing it. Pike Central Middle High School is kind of what we're being known or calling ourselves right now.
You came in high school.
I came in high school, and it was two separate buildings. One geographical location, obviously, with connecting buildings there, but two separate essential buildings. Maybe one or two shared teachers, separate administrations, and things like that. And I had a really good relationship this year with Randy Meese and Mindy Keeker. Fantastic relationship with them. Wonderful administrators, wonderful people. Just times have changed a little bit in the Pike County School Corporation, and so there's going to be a bit of a consolidation with the Pike Central Middle High School, and so I'm the principal over 6 through 12. I don't want to call it the middle school and the high school anymore. We're all one. And so I'm principal over 6 through 12. Mr. Meese is still there, primarily handling some stuff with the 6 through 8. And then Mr. Elliott, of course, will still be doing 9 through 12. Still got our SROs that'll be helping out with both. Attendance is now in one central location. The counseling offices, even though the 6 through 8 and the 9 through 12 will be handled with different people, they're still kind of in a central location. So the main office at Pike Central High School, what used to be known as Pike Central High School, is going to absorb all of us now. We're going to be the main office of Pike Central Middle High School. So every 6 through 8, 6 through 12 parent or whoever will be contacted into that particular or contacted. That'll be the hub of the building. So yeah, I'm excited about it. We
still use the original main entrance
for everything 6 through 8 or 6 through 12. Yep. The middle school, what used to be the middle school entrance, is now actually our central office is moving there. Our superintendent, assistant superintendent, and central office will no longer be out here near OPG. It is already moved and on one campus with us as well. So central office is going to be assuming those offices that used to be what we would call the middle school offices. But the main, right there off of 61, is the high school office is what is going to now be the entryway for the 6 through 12. Now, I mean, when parents drop off in the morning, they'll drop off behind the building on the fire lane, the bus ramp area, or the fire lane area back behind on the middle high school parking lot, where you come in for games. So they'll still drop off there. Middle schoolers will come in like the band hallway and go to the middle school lunchroom. High schoolers will come in the high school way that they used to and go to the high school lunchroom to kind of wait in the morning. But the drop-offs will be there. But if you're coming in from a doctor's appointment or something like that, everybody will now enter in through the front. And that's where the buses do anyway. All of my middle school kids last year entered that way. Yeah. So the change for the kids getting off a bus or riding a bus, there's zero change there at all. It's just basically, if you have a doctor's appointment, that's where parents are going to pick you up and then drop you back off, the main entrance at the front. Yeah. We got some signage up. We're going to try to get some more out. Probably going to put a video or two out. Hopefully by the time this airs, they will have seen that. I will have had my 6th grade orientation. I will have sent some emails and some phone messages out to parents and community members, kind of outlining what it is that we're planning on doing. And hopefully 2 days in, everything has come to fruition by now, and we've had a great first 2 days of school. I can only anticipate that, not anticipate anything different. It's gonna be great. Got a brand new batch of seniors. Got a new batch of 6th graders coming in. It's gonna be a good year.
Smooth transition.
Absolutely. It's been great this summer. We've sat down with, I met with the 6th grade teachers, 7th grade teachers, 8th grade teachers, related arts teachers. By now, I will have met with aides. I met with my special education department and the county liaison, I guess, with that, or the person that works with us at the middle high school. So by now, well, right now, as of this day, I've already met with several of them. I still need to meet with my aides and kind of talk about some stuff there. But we got some shared teachers, some different things that are going to be a little bit more flowing this year.
You've got numbers are a little bit different, so you're adjusting to that.
Yeah. You talk about corporation-wide. I mean, county-wide, we're kind of a push, I guess, a little bit from last year when we graduated. We've had some kids transfer out. We've had some kids transfer in. Numbers are always a thing. I mean, my goal, Pike Central Middle High School, is to keep my kids home. I know that, we'd love to have people transfer in from other counties. I maybe even touched upon this last year, but my real goal is to keep my Pike kids home. And that what we can offer them is as interesting and rewarding as what they might be able to find other places. I remember telling you last year, I think I probably sat down in September last year. I'd been here maybe a month or so.
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay. I remember talking about our CTE programs out there, career technical ed, machining, welding, our ag, our construction, fire science. I mean, we've got a brand new building out there, welding. Construction's going to move out to the building now. Fire science is going to move in to the main area, the main building. We still have machining in the main building. Ag is out there in our new ag, well, I call it ag building, but basically it's a vocational building. It's on campus, but you know what I'm talking about. It's there off the parking lot. That's been completely remodeled, restructured.
I was going to say, you got construction going on.
A lot going on there. It's going to be state of the art. It already was. But our welding is just second to none. We got a young gentleman named Cody Foster that's running the program out there. Is phenomenal. Real good at kind of adapting, because we kind of had to, in order to get this done, we got out of there a little bit early. School's going to start, probably going to be Labor Day before we're back out there. Maybe, I mean, to be honest, it might be first or second week of school. But once we get back out there, he's got his program is just always moving, and he does such a good job with that. And we're kind of legendary. Pike Welding is kind of really well known,
top of the line,
top of the line around the area, and so that has not dropped off at all from retirement a couple years ago. Construction wise, Mr. Howald, I mean, he's got numbers.
You're building a house in Winslow,
and we're building a house this year. I'm glad you heard that or whatever, Randy. I'm glad that knowledge is out there, because we're going to partner. We've got everything set up already, ready to go.
Isn't that fabulous?
Oh, it's awesome. I think it's fantastic. I mean, how cool is it, right? I mean, not only are you going to be taking a construction class, but I mean, these kids that are in that class, they're going to be building a house. And, so Jeremy's going to be spending, essentially, Mr. Howald is going to be spending basically the second half of the day. It'll take us a little bit of time, maybe a couple weeks to get out there. But once we get going, his second half of the day with kids will be at that site in Winslow building a house.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then the goal is to be able to do, one a year.
Don't forget to call me and say, Randy, why don't you do an out and about out there on the site?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Remind me.
Yeah, kind of like a remote.
Yeah, well,
that'd be great. Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah.
I mean, not a podcast.
I
just take my camera out.
I don't know if you want Howald on that, or maybe I'm the one that needs to be on the camera again, or Elliot. We'll probably get Elliot on the camera for that.
When you guys are on site, call me.
That'd be great. And to show people what we're doing, I've spoken to Mindy Keeker, and she's now the principal at Winslow Elementary, and I talked to her about maybe doing a unit or a lesson where maybe we could bring the fifth graders,
get them inspired
over.
One of the people that influences me is Mike Rowe. Micro Dirty Jobs. Remember that?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And what we need today are kids who can learn to do things.
Yeah, trades.
Not everybody is built for college.
Right.
And getting them involved in the trades and teaching them how to work.
Well, just work ethic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's societal. But no, like I've said, our CTE programs that we have at Pike Central are just they're second to none. And the things that we're training our kids to do out there in those areas. My goal is eventually to kind of have that trickle down into the middle school. It's going to take a little bit of time scheduling wise to kind of get that going.
Getting the right people
but give
involved.
Them and just give them a little taste of all the stuff that we have to offer. And if we can kind of give our 8th graders, 7th graders
momentum.
Maybe 9 weeks of welding, 9 weeks of construction, 9 weeks of ag, 9 weeks of machining.
See what interests them.
Yeah, and then just everybody touches a little bit of everything, and then by the time they get into high school, they might have an idea. And even if they don't choose to go that path, like you just said a little bit ago, I mean, there's a wealth of knowledge and financial safety in knowing those trades. And if you can do things at your house because you've learned them, you're going to save yourself money. And so we need to be able to train all of our kids to do those things in every aspect. I mean, everybody needs some, reading, writing, arithmetic. Everybody needs all aspects, and I think we're doing better at kind of giving everybody what they need out there. I'm going to add 3 new dual credit classes this year. I think dual credit is fantastic opportunity for our kids. If you can get into college and maybe you got 15 or 18 hours already, that'll save you money down the road. Maybe you're able to graduate in 3 years, 3.5 years.
If all those transfer.
Right. I mean, that's where you run into a little bit. But our primary partner is Ivy Tech. Vincennes University is another one of our partners. USI is a potential partner. I will tell you, historically, my experience with transfers are credit for credit. Generally speaking, Vincennes University, Ivy Tech, VUJ, USI, ISU generally are credit for credit institutions. maybe you go to Indiana University or Purdue or UE, you may get a credit, but they may call it an elective credit, which is still beneficial.
Jayla's bumped into that a couple of times.
Well, out of state,
even same course.
Same course, yeah. Out of state, sometimes it doesn't always translate. But regardless, even if it doesn't translate to a credit at a university or an institution, in-state or out of state, the bottom line is we're offering that, and by definition, we're going to bump up the rigor of the class a little bit more, and that can only help our kids regardless of whether or not it transfers to Purdue University or Indiana or UE. If we can provide them that opportunity and that experience and the knowledge, then I think it's incumbent upon us to do that. And so we're able to add. We're going to add an anatomy and physiology dual credit this year, a physics dual credit this year. We still have several math dual credits: calc, quantitative reasoning, pre-calc, trig. All of our CTE stuff is dual credit, or the majority of it is. Several of our science, our medical field science stuff, medical terms, medical interventions, things like that are dual credit. So we offer a lot out there in that regard. I don't always think we get the press on that we need to get. We're trying to change the narrative a little bit. I do feel like, you asked me how my freshman year went. I feel like we did a pretty good job of change. And I say we, I'm talking about all of us. This is Dave Couchenour. I've been blessed to be surrounded with people that have wanted to
make it better.
Yeah, right. I mean, Hunter Elliott. I mean, I'm walking the halls and walking around at lunch and sitting down. Hunter was doing that before I was. You know what I mean? I mean, he was doing it already. He may not have gotten the press for it, but Randy does that. Randy does that at the middle school. Kent does that. Buck does that. I mean, all of our the teachers that are down there helping out at lunch, they do that. All of my teachers are in the hallways during passing periods. So the relationship stuff is there. I guess I just, for whatever it's worth, I just brought it out a little bit more where people maybe saw it more. But what David Couchenour did at Pike Central was no different than what Hunter and Buck and Randy and Kent and all of my teachers were already doing.
This program is sponsored in part by the Log Inns Farm, Bed, and Breakfast, just 3 miles west of Petersburg off of State Road 56. It's peaceful, quiet, and you're surrounded by nature in a traditional farm environment. It's nestled in the countryside of a southern Indiana working farm growing grain, hay, and livestock. It incorporates 2 vintage log cabins. Call the Log Inns Farm, Bed, and Breakfast at 812-354-2192. If you are considering buying or selling your home or property, call Harris Real Estate. Real estate is local, and we are too. Over the years, Harris Real Estate has listed and sold hundreds of properties right here. We have clients looking for homes and properties. We know the business, and we know Pike County. 612 East Main Street, Petersburg. Text or call 812-380-1065. There's a lot of summer dust in Pike County, and when you wash your vehicle on a regular basis, you're easier to see. You preserve the life of your vehicle, help maintain its value, protect its paint, prevents corrosion, and it just looks better. It still only takes 6 quarters to get it started, or your credit card. That's what it's always been. Stop by Petersburg Car Wash today, 401 South 9th Street, Petersburg. Keep it clean. You're just pulling it together.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got, Jolly. She called me Jolly, right?
How many kids use the term jolly today?
I loved it. I told her, I said, I think I said last year, only one other person I'd ever heard referred to as that, is Santa Claus. So, I mean, if I'm in the same company as him, I guess that's pretty good. But my seniors last year, I mean, we did some things, Randy, that I maybe talked about that I wanted to do. But, like, I'll take my seniors ice skating and shopping in December. It's kind of a Christmas thing. And we did that last year. It was awesome. It was so much fun. And then we went bowling and shopping in spring. No real reason to shop in the spring other than they just gave them a shot. I used to call it a Christmas shopping trip for the seniors in January. We were able to go skiing this year.
How'd that go? No broken legs?
We actually a couple kids, unfortunately had some collarbones. But it's what you get, right? I guess, but, it was fine. They're fine now. They laughed it off. They said they're going back next year again. You know what I mean? It was a good trip, a lot of fun. Those are the outside of school things. Within the halls, everything is going pretty good. Had a lot of turnover this year. But we've been able to get every spot hired and kind of excited about what's coming up.
Well, my childhood friend since my birth, Marcia Mishler, she's gone this year, isn't she? She's gone,
yep.
We grew up together, worked together. Her dad and my dad were college roommates.
Is that right?
We just...
Yeah, great lady, fills a bit, or opens up a bit of a hole there. She did a lot of stuff, might not have always been seen with our kids and with the corporation, actually. She did a really nice job. ELL is what it's called, English Language Learners. She was part of that for the entire corp. And then, of course, she taught in the building as well. But, going to miss her. There's a couple other retirements here and there, new departments a little bit. But we're staffed now, and actually, because of the merging of the two buildings, we're able to kind of do a little bit more of sharing of some of the faculty and staff, where they can have a few maybe 8th grade classes or 6th grade classes and high school classes, and so that's good that we're able to do that. Yep, it's been a busy summer, but it
sounds like it.
Yeah, it's been busy. But it's been rewarding, right? I mean, you was a little bit nervous whenever this started. I say nervous. I mean, we don't get nervous. We just deal with whatever's next. Yeah. But, when it was first brought up that this is what we was going to do, then but what we did is we started meeting with different teachers and different groups and kind of talking stuff and getting their input, which is important. And,
make sure everybody understands where everybody else is.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we're all in this together. And so, and we're doing it. We're going to do it regardless, so we may as well embrace it. I think that's important. But I talked about things that we did. I'd love to launch where I used to be. I had 8th grades every year. Our 8th grade, we had a Washington, D.C. trip. I'd like to launch that at Pike Central. Mr. Gideon already goes to New York City. He used to do it every other year. We're going to try to start launching it for seniors and do it every year. Spring break.
That's the Washington D.C.
That's New York. That's New York City. Yep. My what I'd like to launch for the 8th graders is D.C.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board now.
Yeah. I think he at one point the seniors might have done D.C. and New York, or vice versa. He is now primarily D.C. or New York City,
and that's seniors.
And that's seniors.
So,
and then what I would like to kind of kick off is an 8th grade trip to Washington D.C. I think that this community would embrace that. I think, or at least put it out there as an opportunity for kids that want to go. And if only 10 kids want to go, you know what? 10 kids want to go. I mean, New York City, Gideon's had anywhere from 2 buses and 60 to 30, you know what I'm saying? Or 23 or 24. So I think that it's just necessary that we provide this opportunity that they could if they want to. Other places do it very successful. I was exceptionally successful doing it. I mean, it became something at my old school where kids just, they're talking about it in the 4th grade. You know what I mean? It's just every year. And then one of my old counselors was the one that ran the New York City one, and she did it every year, and they're talking about it
education wise, what do the kids get out of a DC trip?
Well, I mean, what you see is you see all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, you're going to the Capitol. We don't go into the White House, but the Holocaust Museum, I hate to use the term unbelievable, but it's an unbelievable experience. The Holocaust Museum is all of the monuments, the Smithsonian's. You go over to Arlington, you have an opportunity to lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. You see the changing of the guard at Arlington. I will tell you that kids, historically, what I've found is that kids will call it one of their favorite trips that they've ever taken. They don't really embrace the educational portion of it until they get a little bit older.
Then they appreciate
it a lot more. Yeah. I mean, when you walk up and down, you see the White House. I've never gone into the White House, but we've gone into the Capitol. We take a tour of the Capitol, the Rotunda, to look up at the Rotunda is awesome. To go over to Arlington. I mean, Arlington will, if you truly embrace the changing of the guard and you lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, it'll change you. You go to Iwo Jima and you see that monument, and Lincoln and Washington and Jefferson and the World War II memorial, and then all the Smithsonian's, and you go to the Library of Congress, and it's just the whole thing it's just a great experience for the kids. There's just so much history and so much education if you choose to embrace it. Now, kids will tell you, and I will just speak very frankly here, that sometimes their favorite part of the trip is the bus ride and the hotel. Okay. But be that as it may, we are still providing them once they're there. And I've had kids write papers when they've come back. I've had kids talk to me as sophomores and say, that was the best trip ever. I've had kids tell me on that trip, this is the best trip ever. New York City is the same thing. You go to 9/11, you go to where the Twin Towers are in the 9/11 Memorial Museum, which we'll also go to the Pentagon in D.C., that memorial. And actually on the way out, if we take Interstate 70, you're only 25 miles from Flight 93. And so you go up into Shanksville and you can go see that on your way. And we've done that before. And so I would offer that to the kids as well. But, historically, it's just, you just can't beat this. You just can't beat some of those things. It's great to read about stuff, learn, and, watch videos and things like that. But if you can actually get there and see it.
Tangible.
Yeah. I mean, you standing across the street from the White House is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. You look up at Washington Monument, it's pretty cool. Jefferson Memorial, like I said, Martin Luther King Memorial, of FDR. We've taken a trip up to Gettysburg. One year we went up to Gettysburg. And then when Gideon goes, when he takes a bus, he'll stop at Philly, and you'll spend a night in Philly and go see
Independence Hall,
Constitutional Liberty Bell, Constitutional Convention, right? I mean, all of that was right there. So I just feel like New York's already there for our kids. I'd love to be able to throw something else at them.
If you're involved with Jenna in New York, she is a Broadway fanatic.
Yeah.
She knows Broadway and Broadway history and everybody, all the actors who are involved, like you and I knew baseball cards.
Right.
She
knows all of that. Wow.
Oh my.
Good for her.
She's a buff.
Well, we'll go. I mean, Gideon will go. We went to Broadway. We saw Stranger Things on Broadway last year. Huh. Yeah, I mean, one of the things about, I told you that this community and this corporation really embraced me, and that was a blessing to me. As much as I may have blessed them, and I said this at graduation, as much as they may have enjoyed me, they made a difference in my life, and this community has made a difference in my life. But anyway,
it's only a difference of 10 miles.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, right up the road, right? And I had good relationships with people that I had back in my former school, but it's just, this place is just, it's just been a good year for me. And anyway, 3 weeks into the school year last year, when I sat down with you, we had yet to even I hadn't talked to Gideon about going to New York. I mean, he's the one. He brought it up to me, asked me if I wanted to go. Yes, I'm in. And so I've been able to do that because of the relationships that I built, not just with the kids, but with the faculty and staff and things like that. So anyway, we've moved stuff already in a positive manner, both educationally and relationally. Our hope is to continue to move forward there. I'd love to get us to a point where dual credit is something kind of that we can offer a lot of kids, maybe even do an early college thing. Some schools you're able to kind of graduate high school with an associate's degree. I'd love to be able to get us to that.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. You got to get the right credentialing on that, and we're still working on that a little bit. But we're moving in the right direction, like I said, by being able to offer some more classes. I don't think people are fully aware of all the opportunities that we're able to offer kids out there. Medical innovations. Jody Elkins kind of runs that type of stuff.
Both of my girls, wow, they love Miss Elkins.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
If you don't,
just a classy person.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful. She's fantastic. Yeah, good human being, a phenomenal teacher. Yeah, we got a lot of them out there. Just give us a shot, right? I mean, if you're here, embrace us.
Why aren't people giving us a shot? Why are you getting more online?
Well,
some going to different corporations. Why does that happen?
Well, I think that it's just salesmanship, right? And like I said, I mean,
you're a salesman, aren't you?
Well, we got to be, and I think that what
Dylan's helping.
What Dylan has jumped in and helped us with has been very beneficial. And I think me coming and talking to you and people coming in, I mean, I think I said last year, come and see me, right? Come out and see me. I mean, I've had a couple people ponder transferring, and I'll just speak frankly, ponder transferring because of they wanted to do an internship. Well, you can do that. You just got to go do it. We'll set you up. But if you have the initiative to want to go out into the community and try to get an internship, we'll work with you and allow you to and let you go do that. And we've done it before. And so whenever, people had said recently that they, had that opportunity somewhere else, I responded with, we got that opportunity here. I evidently hadn't done a very good job of selling it, but I reached out. I sent 70 emails out last January to various and sundry organizations trying to see if anybody would be willing to embrace somebody coming in. Now that I'm saying this out loud to you, I hope that you were on that, but it may not have come to you. But there's no reason a kid that's not looking into a career in something like this couldn't come and you could find something for them to do, or they could just be a part of this, right? That's an internship. Work-based learning, kids can come and go into a work job as seniors and leave half-day. Internships, it's usually seniors is who does it. But I think that sometimes people believe that there are opportunities that may exist somewhere else that don't exist at Pike. And I think that that's more not asking the questions, and it probably is more me not evidently selling it as well as I should. But yeah, no, I want kids to get out and partner. I want kids to even go take college classes. If we can't offer something on campus, we'll let you go to VUJ or Vincennes University to go take a class. And we'll let you go intern. I'd love it for about 60% of my seniors to be out. I'd love it if all of them were, right? But if they need to go out into the community and be a part or further their education or career,
that's education themselves. In itself.
Well, and you'll learn as much within it. Sometimes the benefits of an internship is that this might be something you don't want to do, and so you don't know that until perhaps you go out and maybe work in that field as an intern and get a little taste of it, as opposed to graduating high school, going to college thinking you want to do it and then spending a semester and perhaps you don't like it anymore. Well, if we can give them an opportunity to get out before they, get out of the walls of Pike Central, then maybe they can experience that a little bit and find out if that's something they like to do. And I mean, like I said, we're coming in 2 days, this second day of school, and I encourage kids that haven't already come to see me to come and see me if they want to do an internship. We'll work with you schedule-wise, seniors especially. You know what I mean? They need to get out and see what's available to them. And if we're doing our due diligence as educators there, then by the time they're seniors, they have fulfilled a significant amount of their credits. And that when they're seniors, if we're doing what we need to be doing in educating our students, then we're going to put them in a position where they may only owe us maybe 3 or 4 more classes, which will really then give them that opportunity to get out, either to go take a class, go to work, or go be an intern.
Get prepared for the real life.
Real life. Yep. I mean, that's ultimately our job as educators, is no matter what world they're going to go into after high school, it's our job to make sure they're prepared for that world. And
you've mentioned 2 or 3 times during this program, come see me.
Yeah.
If they come see you, or Dawn.
Right there. Oh, come on. Put it up on that thing.
Yeah, it's a magnet.
It's a magnet.
Goes on the refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
Mom can look over real quick and say, "Oh, fall vacation. It's coming up."
Yeah,
that's handy.
It's all on there. Yeah, graduation day, last day of school, stuff like that. It's all on there. Yep.
Well, that's
yeah. Come and get them. I think
that's a great handout.
We just printed them out the other day. Dawn dropped a couple off in my office. Wanted to give you guys some.
Thank you.
But yeah, parents can come and get these. It says Pike Central Middle High School, like I said, which is kind of what we're
new branding.
It's new branding. Yeah, what we're calling ourselves now. But yeah, call Dawn or just come out. I mean, I'm kids will tell you, and your daughter will probably tell you, and her friends, that when I say my door's open, literally, if you're walking around in the halls of Pike Central, both my doors out into the hallway and they're both open, and I'll have kids pop in and say, hey. I mean, if it's shut, right? But if it's open, I'm open. And I encourage people to call me, ask questions, come out and visit us, give us a shot. I don't begrudge anybody doing what they believe is best for their child, right? Everybody needs to do what they believe is best for their child. I just don't think that you should arbitrarily make that decision without at least
understanding.
Yeah, chatting with us, talking to us, looking around and asking those questions, because just something as simple as the internship that I was talking about, you come and ask me. I mean, had they not had a conversation with me, they maybe would have left. But since they took time to talk with me, they know that we too have those opportunities. And so, I'll stack my place up. I'm just gonna. He probably gets tired of me saying it. Hunter Elliott's one of the best human beings you'll ever meet. Wonderful man, phenomenal administrator. But he's just a good dude.
Person.
Yeah, and so I'll stack him up against anybody. Meese. I'm just kidding. Meese is great. Randy is very, very good at what he does, has a great relationship with the kids. Funny dude, does a fantastic job. Also a great administrator. I haven't spent as much time with Randy, obviously, as Hunter. I have recently, because we're all working together. But Dawn Limcooler, come in the front door, you're going to be staring at her. Just everybody. The problem whenever you start mentioning names is you don't mention somebody's name, right, and they wonder why. But we got a great core.
Buck's not going to be your trouble this year.
No. I mean, we may have him stick around until December or so, right? We'll see whenever he assumes his new role. That'll be, Buck's great. Yeah. Buck's fantastic relationship with kids as well. I mean, you hear me say that a lot. I mean, that's what it boils down to, is the relationships. You get past that, everything else will fall in, right? If kids know you care about them, then that makes my job easier. And like I said, I'm not doing it to make my job easier. I'm doing it because as human beings, that's what you do.
You do what's right.
Right. You just do what's right. But no, our place is great. We got a lot of opportunities. CTE's fantastic. Brand new vocational building out there. It's going to be done mid-September.
Really?
The welding portion will be done early September. Might be a little bit of time before construction and ag get back out there. But like I said, with construction, he's going to be building a house, so he's going to be at that site in Winslow for, half the day, starting Labor Day, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's coming right up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, they'll be pouring concrete to get a slab out there. He wanted to try to get her done before school started, so we'll be curious as to whether or not that's done right now or not. But if not, I'd say it's getting done pretty soon.
What a great opportunity for kids to learn. You're just building a house.
Yeah, hands on, right?
Oh my!
I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm thankful. Ashley Willis she
nurtured that.
She and I chatted a little bit, and she then kind of did some background work on it, trying to figure out kind of the business side of things. I mean, for me, it's easy for me to say I want to build a house. My construction will do it. But then there's other things that need to get taken care of, and she went to work on that and was able to help us out there. And I know that she's resigning her position, but she's still been a pretty valuable resource with me.
She had a lot of things in motion to get to a better place, and all that.
Yeah, very good.
Was in motion.
Yeah, ready to go. And like I said, hopefully we can. It'd be nice to make it a self-sustaining thing in the future, but it's nice at the start, when
to have that startup fund.
Absolutely, you get a partnership, and they can kind of help us with that. Well, if it gets to be where we want it to go, it'll be a self-sustaining thing where we'll just be able to
do one a year.
Yeah, do one a year. I mean, how cool is that, right?
Incredible.
I mean, a kid's driving around 5-10 years from now.
We built that.
I built that house. Right. I think that's awesome. I think that's something that's pretty neat. And that's a
or hopefully they say that was the first one I built.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they had a couple. They're handing a couple of them. Or then they became a career. Yeah, right. That's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do.
What do you prefer, Mr. Couchenour or Mr. Coke?
Well, I will
or Jolly Mr. Coke.
I mean, I've said to people, I said it at graduation speech, that you'll see that my kids are very comfortable with me. They'll call me Coke, Mr. C, Mr. Coke, Mr. Couchenour. I'll take whatever. I consider it a term of endearment. I mean, if they're comfortable enough with me, they know, right? They know. But it does not bother me one bit for people to call me Coke. My superintendent, my former one, Dr. Blake, and my current one, Miss Deffendahl, both call me Coke. And so that just is, it rolls off the tongue, so it doesn't bother me at all. But they can call me Mr. Coke, Mr. Couchenour, whatever. I mean, I like Coke, I really do. I think it's kind of, if it makes the kid feel comfortable with their administrator, then I'm fine with it. I do not see it as a negative or anything like that. Doesn't bother me. Yep. Jolly. That's
a good word.
Right.
Jolly diva.
I don't know if I'm going to go that. Well, I like the tough one better. TUFF, right?
Yep.
But it's a good place. Give us a shot. Come out and see us. Speak kindly. Speak good about us. I mean, I've heard Mr. Elliott say we want to prepare kids and put kids in a place where they can speak good about us.
What was your motto? Be nice?
Be nice.
Yeah.
We say that at the end of every announcement. I said it at graduation. They got shirts last year. We got faculty shirts that say "Be nice" on them. So, and the kids will say it. You'll hear kids saying it. So that's good.
I have heard that a few times.
Yeah, be nice.
Oh, Mr. Koch says that.
Yeah, be nice.
We're thankful you're here.
So am I, Randy, and I appreciate it. Yep, it's been good.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of WFPC Podcasting. The program is brought to you by Hathaway Excavating and Rockyard, Schultz Eye Care, the Log Ends Farm Bed and Breakfast, the Dustin Schnare Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agency, Harris Real Estate, and Petersburg Car Wash. Please thank our sponsors for their continued investment in Pike County. A new program appears each Friday on WFPCpodcasting.com, exploring the people, information, and news right here in Pike County. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching WFPC Podcasting, your local source for the heart and history of Pike County, Indiana. From back roads to town centers, we bring you the voices, stories, and news that shape our community. Join us on this journey through the past, present, and future of Pike County, Indiana. Tune in next week for the next episode of WFPC Podcasting.